Hey, hope you're doing well today. This is Tom with Short Option Success. And today we're going to talk about some of the myths that you'll hear out there between option buyers and option sellers. Um, as I've said in previous videos, the majority of small investors in the option world are buyers. And the reason that they're buyers is because they get this isn't an untruth that they're told, but they're told this that with buying options, you have limited risk. You can never lose any more than how much you paid for the option, and you have unlimited profit potential. Okay, and academically, in the definition of buying an option, that is absolutely true. It is possible. It is academically correct. However, what they don't tell these folks is that unfortunately, while you have limited risk, you're probably going to lose 80 to 90% of the trades that you're in. So you may not lose that much. You're just going to lose what you paid for the option. Maybe it's $200, $300, $500, whatever it is. That's all you can lose no matter what happens to the market. However, you're probably going to lose that money 8 out of 10 times or 9 out of 10 times. And even the one time that you make money, very rarely do you hit the home run. It just doesn't happen, right? You may get a little bit back, and if you bought the option for $200, you may be able to cash it out at $300. But if you've lost all during the month to get that $100 payday, it's just not worth it. And unfortunately, that's what happens when you have just a little bit of knowledge and how dangerous that knowledge can be, because that's really hyped by the people that are proponents of option buying, that this whole limited risk, unlimited profit potential. Okay, so potential is completely different than probability, and we'll get back to that in 1 second. The other side that most small traders are on the buy side is because the definition that they have been told about option sellers, which is what we are. They say, oh, those option sellers are crazy. They have unlimited risk and they have only a very limited profit potential. Again, academically, that's true. But it's true to the same extent that if you just get in an outright futures position, theoretically, you have unlimited risk. If you don't monitor your trade, it could go on forever and you could lose every dollar that was ever printed in the world. Same with the stock market. You theoretically you have on an options play you can have unlimited risk. Well, while that is true in the academic sense, when you are an option seller, you deal in probabilities. What's probably going to happen? When you're an option buyer, you're just hoping and praying that you hit this giant home run, because after all, you have unlimited profit potential. Huge difference between potential, maybe, could be, and probability, what probably will happen. So again, I've said this before, but when you're on the buy side, you have to get three things correct to make money. Number one, you have to pick the direction of the trade. So you've got to know if that underlying commodity is going to go up or down. You have to be correct about that. You have to be correct about the distance or the size of the move, because most times you're buying options that are out of the money. So if you're out of the money to the lower side, you would buy a put. If you're out of money to the top end, you would buy a call. And before you can make any money, the price of that underlying commodity has got to rise to your strike price and then go through it, and that's when you can make money. So it's possible, but remember, options are not there forever. Options have a limited lifespan, right? So depending on when you get in the trade as a seller, 30 days out, 45 days out, 60 days out, whatever it is, that's as long as that option is viable. And that's the only period of time that it could possibly go into the money and cause you a loss as a seller. So as a buyer, again, you've got to be right about the direction of the trade, the magnitude of the trade, and finally, you have to be right about the timing. You could be 100% right about which way the market's going, 100% right about how far it's going to go. But if that move doesn't happen until after the option expires, you still lose. You've got to hit all three of those things. As an option seller, I don't have to be anywhere near that amount of right. I just have to figure out not where it's going to go. I could care less where it's going to go as long as I pick a spot that it's not going to hit. So we specialize in selling far out of the money options, calls and puts. A lot of times we'll bracket the market on both sides. As long as the market, it can fluctuate all at once. As long as it stays between our set points where we've sold options, at expiration, they expire worthless, and we keep that premium that was paid to us. So again, there's no possibility whatsoever for us to hit a home run on any one trade. But, that's what the buyers, that's what the masses are looking for. They're going to buy that lottery ticket. They're going to hit that $100 million jackpot. Is it really going to happen? Is it probable to happen? No. They're gonna buy an option, and that thing is going to just go crazy, and they're going to make thousands and thousands of dollars on a $200 option or a $300 option. Could it happen? It certainly could. Will it probably happen? No, it certainly probably won't. So that home run is kind of a myth, and it's kind of honestly a sucker's bet. Not to be crude about it, but it really kind of is. So again, we don't hit the home runs, but we take money out of the market on a consistent basis. Every time options expire that we have sold and they expire worthless, we just keep that money. So we hit base hits over and over and over again. Our batting average is insane compared to an option buyer's batting average. But he's swinging for the fences every time. Unfortunately, he's striking out. We're getting base hits. At the end of the game, we're going to win the game. All right. So it's a whole different mindset. It's a whole different way to look at the market. Frankly, most people don't even know that this exists. But I will tell you this, a lot of the people that sell the options to those small investors that buy all those options, in many cases, it's the institutional investors and the large commercials that are selling those options because they know where the smart money is, and they are pretty smart. They do well. They make money every day. So we actually trade the same way they do, but we can do it as a small investor. I literally started my account with $1,400 and began trading this system. And if you want to know more about it, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be talking about a lot of this stuff. And, I hope you get that. May have to watch the video a few times, just get this concept to sink in because it is different. Okay. But let this rotate and ruminate in your mind. And I'm sure you're going to maybe see the benefits of what we're talking about here. All right. We'll see you at the next video. Talk to you later.